80s movie enthusiasts know the first rule of Roadhouse is to expect the unexpected, and the unexpected is exactly what's happening with our beloved classic getting a reboot. From fan fever to sneak peeks, here's everything you need to know about the Roadhouse remake. But first, let's jog your memory. The original movie stars Patrick Swayze in his role as Dalton, an educated bouncer at the Double Deuce.
You are the bouncers, I am the cooler. All you have to do is watch my back and each other's. Take out the trash.
The bar is full of rowdy misfits that Dalton is hired to clean up. What seems to be a tough job for such a shady man runs like clockwork, and the next thing you know, the bar is all spruced up and ready for public business again.
Sorry, we're closed.
Well, then what are all these people doing here?
Drinking and having a good time.
Well, that's why we're here.
You're too stupid to have a good time.
Though no good deed goes unpunished, his cleanup act gets him noticed by local big shot businessman Brad Wesley, who tries to bring him over to his side.
I thought it would be fun to fight you, Dalton. I really did. But now, I just don't have the time.
Deep-rooted corruption, a budding romance, and the backdrop of his past all come together to create a cult favorite.
Hi.
Hi.
So you're looking for somebody?
You.
Now that you're all caught up, I can move on to the specifics of the remake, but the details are more or less shrouded in secrecy. Our only nod of information is Jake Gyllenhaal, better known these days as the villain in Taylor Swift's All Too Well. In the film, though, Gyllenhaal is playing quite the opposite role, since he's, well, the hero. Once again, the film will star former UFC fighter Dalton in a story that will reimagine but not reconstruct the original. This has been confirmed by Gyllenhaal in a morning show. It is safe to assume that just like most of the modern remakes of older films, this remake will have a similar theme to the original movie. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Do you enjoy pain?
Pain don't hurt.
Most of my patients would disagree with you. Okay.
Whether the 80s charisma is translated into the remake or not, the creators of the movie sure added a pinch of realism to the remake. I'm sure you're wondering how so. It's with the surprising casting of the notorious former UFC champion Conor McGregor. The former UFC champion has chosen the Roadhouse remake to mark his acting debut. McGregor commented that it's long overdue for him to make a Hollywood entry, much like The Rock before him. Sources say that he had been offered multiple roles in the past, but he turned them all down because he was waiting for the right script. And lo and behold, Roadhouse remake is the one for him. With his background, we have no doubt that his character will add a dash of realism to the movie. Fans and foes of the film alike are excited about the prospect of the UFC fighter being involved in the movie. Moving on, we don't just have one former UFC fighter cast in the remake, we have two. Former UFC fighter Jay Heron plays Gyllenhaal's opponent in the remake. How do we know this? Well, it's because a teaser trailer was brought to life. The three actors made a surprise appearance at UFC 285 in Las Vegas last Friday.
Jax Chetway Harris.
Accompanied by some of the cast and crew, the UFC 285 event doubled as a movie set, and the scene was done in front of the fans. Talk about spoilers, am I right? Fans' excitement went through the roof at seeing this sneak peek of the movie. Seeing both a UFC event and an exclusive movie scene in one day, we can only imagine the rush of feelings the fans felt at that moment. Not only that, but it was also a lucky day for UFC personnel. And how's that? Well, the scene included UFC President Dana White, play-by-play announcer John Anik, and other regular event personnel. McGregor stirred up enthusiasm for the scene by coming in to introduce the movie.
I'm gonna do one more take of this way in, if you don't mind. Guys, get on your feet and let them know it's an important movie. Make a name for yourself. You're gonna be in it. All right, God bless. Thank you all so much.
And if all that excitement wasn't enough, a ripped, shirtless Gyllenhaal entered the ring to shoot scenes with Huron. Sounds like a promotional tactic on behalf of the creators of the film, but it's all the same to us. Ultimately, we got sneak peeks of the film, and we're here to share it with you. Gyllenhaal and Huron were seen shooting a scene where they staged a weigh-in, and Gyllenhaal flexed his muscles for the audience. After the physical display of strength and body physique, Gyllenhaal faced off with Huron and slapped him. But don't worry, it was all part of the script. We got to hear 2 lines from the script, and that's the most we know about the remake. I have to say, the dialogue sounds pretty intense, with Gyllenhaal's character using some harsh words in an attempt to instigate a fight. The 2 actors faced off in the ring as well, pretending to dodge and pummel each other as the director called out cues. A lot of clips have circulated the internet since. One clip shows a camera crew following Gyllenhaal as he entered the arena wearing UFC warm-up gear. Another one reveals a walkout scene with Gyllenhaal that was filmed during an intermission in the event. I'd argue that it was smart of the creators to use UFC commentators and a live crowd to bring authenticity to the scene. It definitely brought the filming of The Roadhouse to another level of fidelity. And how can we forget about the fans? As is the case with all remakes, fans have mixed reactions to seeing their beloved classic reimagined on screen. I have to say, with the plethora of terrible remakes we've been subjected to over the years, it's understandable why the fans are scared. Social media posts about the film grew exponentially with the news of the release and the UFC fight sequence. Positive comments have started to overflow. Some fans loved Gyllenhaal playing the lead, going so far as to say that the resemblance between him and Swayze was uncanny. One fan commented that Jake is perfect for the role, a great actor with boxing training in his previous movies. And well, where's the lie? The actor played a boxer in one of his films in 2015, so it is safe to say that he's no stranger to the ring. He made an appearance on Good Morning America and disclosed that they had just finished filming the remake, and there were big shoes to fill. It wouldn't be wrong to say that when Gyllenhaal works for a role, he goes all out, and most of the fans seem to agree. The audience has similar, if not even better opinions about Conor McGregor. While his role is unknown, sources have made it clear that he will not be himself in the project, but an original character. The film's cast was already oh so talented, but his addition helps the movie franchise have a global reach, along with authenticity. Our fans have shared a similar view. One fan commented that McGregor is too charismatic to be getting punched for a living and should have gone Hollywood years ago. Sadly, where there is good, there is also bad. A few of the reactions were not as good. Some felt that Gyllenhaal wasn't a good fit for the role, while others felt that the original was a classic that shouldn't be played around with. One fan puts it aptly when they say, "Leave Perfect alone." Many fans are seen frustrated on Twitter, requesting Hollywood to stop remaking classics and come up with original plots and characters. There are a few that are arguing that Swayze's charisma cannot be remade, and who can blame the fans? Swayze was a heartthrob. His silky mane, his style, the way he dispatched delinquents. It's clear that it'll be hard to fill his shoes, but Gyllenhaal knows that, and he admitted to it on live television. Anyways, it looks like the creators will need a few more publicity stunts, like the UFC fight scene, to win over the remaining fans. That's all I had for the Roadhouse remake.